Thought is the reaction of memory. It's born from memory. Memory is experience. Experience as knowledge stored up in the brain cells themselves. You can watch your own brain. You don't have to become a specialist. I'm not. I'm just observe myself very carefully. The brain cells hold this memory. It's a material process. There's nothing sacred, nothing holy about it. And everything that we have done, going to the moon, planting a silly flag up there, going down to the depths of the sea and living there, thought has created all this, the immense, complicated technology and its machinery. Thought has been responsible for all this. Thought has been also responsible for all wars. Right? It's obvious, you don't have to question it, because your thought has divided Britain, France, Germany, Russia. And thought has created the psychological structure as the me. Right? That me is not holy, something divine. It is just thought putting together the anxieties, the fears, the pleasures, the sorrow, the pain, the attachments, the fear of death. It has put all this together, which is the me. It is this me with its consciousness. Right? Wonder. May we proceed from there? You're following all this? This is me, this consciousness. This consciousness is what it contains. Consciousness, your consciousness, is what you are. It's your anxieties, your fears, your struggles, your wounds, your psychological despairs, pleasure, and so on. The content of your consciousness is its content, right? Again, there's nothing to be argued, made difficult. It's simple. And that is the result of time. Right? I've been hurt yesterday. Psychologically, you said something brutal to me. It has wounded me and is part of my consciousness. I've had pleasure as part of, and so on. So, consciousness is involved in time. When we say, can time end, it implies the total emptying of this consciousness with its content. Doesn't it? It implies that. Whether you can do it or not, that's a different matter. But it implies that when we are inquiring into time, whether the innumerable layers of this consciousness, sensation, desire, and all, layer after layer, the whole structure of it, whether that consciousness, which is the result of time, yesterday I was hurt, and so on, whether that consciousness can empty itself completely, therefore time psychologically ends. I'm putting first this question. for you to look at. Then we can ask, is it possible? Do you understand my question? You're aware of your consciousness, aren't you? You know what you are, if you have gone into it sufficiently. At least for the last week you might have done it somewhat. But if you've gone into it, you will see all this travail, all this struggle, all the misery, uncertainty is part of you, part of this consciousness. Your ambitions, your greed, your aggressiveness, your anger, your bitterness, all that is part of this consciousness, which is the accumulation from 1,000 yesterdays to today. And we're asking whether that consciousness, which is the result of time, psychological as well as physiological, can empty itself so that time has come to an end. You understood the question first? Huh? Please, somebody say yes or no. Please.